Okay, this next video was inspired by Sea of Tranquility. Check out his channel. I'll put a link below for you. And it's all about that one album by a great band that sucked. So I'll get going with my list of bad albums by the best bands of all time. For starters, Saint Anger by Metallica. I only liked one song off that album, The Unnamed Feeling. And for the record, I love Load and Reload, but Saint Anger, that's one Metallica album I do not own. Risk by Megadeth. Dave Mustaine won't deny that album was a failure. Marty Freeman lost his job over it. And the next album, and I've loved this band forever and ever, but Generation Swine. I've grown to like the song Afraid, and sure, I like the 97 Shout at the Devil remix, but overall, this album was just not a hit with a lot of people, and I have the 2003 Universal press from Europe, because I think out of all of them, this one is the best version to get. Alright, moving on. And I know I'm going to catch heat for slamming this next one, but... And yeah, I love Kiss. And the most recent Kiss album I checked out was Music from the Elder. People shit on that one, but I love symphonic rock. Oh, I cannot wait to own that fucking album. As for this album, I stayed away from it from a long time because I just didn't like this cover at all. Well, then I finally got it. I was looking forward to it because when I was a kid in middle school, I heard Skid Row cover the song Come On and Love Me. Well, I played this album and just didn't care for it. But hey, don't get me wrong. I love Destroyer, Creatures of the Night, Revenge. But that one Kiss album. Okay, moving on. Queensryche, Here in the Now Frontier. When I heard that album, I was just so disappointed. Came out in 97. And it's like, man. And I saw Queensryche live in the summer of 1995 at the Woodlands Pavilion with my two best friends. We had a blast when they were on stage. But then after this shitty album came out, I don't own that album, and I don't own anything that came out after it. Okay. And this next one might aggravate a few people, but Headless Cross by Black Sabbath. That album did not click with me. Okay. And the next two albums, Presto and Caress of Steel. Oh, thought they were horrible. Oh, and I'll say for the record, my favorite Rush album is Signals. Grace Under Pressures also gets an honorable mention. But Presto and Caress of Steel, I mean, what the fuck? Anyhow, okay. All right. And I look forward to getting Iron Maiden's Book of Souls live. I have the original one, the regular. And I saw them live. Ghost was the opening act. But Dance of Death, Final Frontier, and A Matter of Life and Death, those are three Maiden albums I did not care for at all. All right. And I'd say that concludes my list of bad albums by great bands. That one album that you just don't like, but you still love the band no matter what. Thank you all. Have a good night.